All right, you guys, so today's video is a flip through of Secrets of Storytelling, a creative writing workbook for kids. So this is actually one of the resources that we are using for writing this year. We don't use a formal writing curriculum. And someone actually said that they wanted to see a flip through of this, so that is what I'm showing you today. I don't want to show my son's work that he's already completed in here. So the first couple of pages, I'm gonna kind of try to angle the camera so that I'm not doing that. He doesn't want me to show that, so I'm not going to show it. But just to give you a general overview of this book, so it is broken up into 3 parts. So you have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then each part has like little fun exercises and activities for the kids to do in order to write like that portion of a story. So far we have done like a brain dump. We've done, one of the activities was also like to create a meme, and my son had to find a picture and create like a caption for it. And yeah, so it's just fun activities and kind of taking the child through the writing process that way. So one thing that drew me to this book was the fact that it is broken up into those 3 sections, and then the activities in between here are geared towards each of these parts of a story. And so I'm just going to kind of take you through some of that first page that I kind of skipped over. That was sort of like a survey page that my son had to do at the beginning of the book. So that page asks questions like, where do you like to write, inside or outside, under a tent, or do you prefer to write in the mornings, in the evenings, and those types of questions. Just kind of getting them to a place to where they're kind of thinking about what type of writer may they be. And so we have the Conquering a Blank Page. The activity that went along with this one was a brain dump type of activity. My son actually really liked that one. And then the other activity I just skipped over was the meme activity, where he had to find a picture and write a caption. And then this activity here, so let me see if I can move the camera up a little bit. So he had to find a couple of books that had strong opening lines and write them there. So that was another activity he actually enjoyed doing. And you can see they're very simple activities. We usually don't do like more than a page or 2 a day. He did write in the book like in the beginning, but now that I see that it's something that we kind of enjoy using, I had him to stop writing in it, and we are using a notebook instead. So I can reuse the book for his brothers if it looks like this would be something that they would enjoy too, just so I don't have to keep rebuying stuff. But and one thing I like too is that the explanations, the instructions for the exercises and things like that, they're actually pretty simple and they are definitely clear. And so sometimes I'll have him read them on his own and just do the exercise. Other times we'll kind of go through it together. It just depends on the day. But my point is that the instructions and things are simple and clear, cut to the chase, and it's not over their heads. So they can definitely do this independently if you needed them to. And then here we are at part 2. So they're building more and more of the story. And as you can see, this is where they start to really dig into characters and creating those. And this was honestly like a perfect resource for us, because this helps me to really dig into the approach that I want to take with writing. I didn't want to take, because he already did such great grammar instruction, I didn't want a full-blown writing curriculum to where we were hammering grammar and all of that stuff, and kind of missing out on the creative writing that, you know, is really enjoyable for kids when they're learning how to put together stories and things like that. And so I wanted instruction to be a little looser than that for us. which is one reason why we do not use a formal writing curriculum. We instead use creative writing resources and things like that. And this is on Amazon. That's where I got this from. I found it years ago and had it on my list, ready to be purchased for when my son got to a place to where I felt like it would make sense for us to incorporate using it. And so now here we are. And see, it incorporates simple things like incorporating taste, incorporating senses and all of that in your stories. And it's just really fun. Oh, sorry. Really fun type of exercises. And some of these we actually don't, at least so far, some of them we have not written on paper what his response is. Sometimes I'll have him like tell me, you know, a story or the piece of the story, or do the exercise verbally. He is somewhat of an auditory learner, and so I find that doing things like that really works very well for him. And so here we are at part 3, where they are putting together the ending of a story and really breaking down the elements of that. And that's index. Now, another thing I liked about this book too is this is kind of like the first page that he had to fill out, where he talked where he answered questions like, where do you like to write, when do you like to write, things like that. So this is kind of helping them to answer even more questions and just really kind of putting them in the mind frame of thinking about what type of writer they may be. And that's something that was not presented when I was in school, and I kind of wish it was. I kind of wish it was presented that, you know, not everyone is a novelist, not everyone is a short story writer, or whatever, you know, the case may be. There are different types of writers. So I like this resource. I hope this flip through was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I got this from Amazon. I don't remember the cost exactly, but I'm pretty sure this was well under $20. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If so, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and thank you guys.